Hello everybody, this is Sarahscopic and you're watching ScopicPeeps. I, once again, don't have a tea. Not because I just haven't had time to buy more teas and have the teas here and all that lovely stuff. I did get some suggestions from Sunny Visar that I should look into sencha or some cherry green tea, so maybe we'll try that in the future. I have no idea. I have to start buying teas so that I can actually try teas, so I can actually do the show. Last time, I asked you, if you could have one random superpower for whatever reason, what would you pick? And here were some of your answers. The ability to teleport, I guess. Nothing else to really add to that. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward answer. Invisibility, because I want to be able to screw with people. And that's what we call a super... not even a super villain, it's just kind of a super jerk a little bit, I suppose. I have to say before I go to the Facebook answers that there were lots of answers and I wanted to be able to say all of them and comment on all of them, but I just picked the ones that really stuck out to me. Not because your answers weren't funny, people, I can only pick a certain amount because I have such little time to do everything. Okay, let's just go from there. A superpower for funsies, for my own amusement, would be the ability to give mundane superpowers to others. Impervious to paper cuts, super speedy typing, invisibility to spiders, and so on. The sad part is that when I first read this, the only thing I could think of was Hawkmoth from Miraculous Ladybug, because I am trash. That being said, I think this would be an amazing superpower, and I would totally ask for even more super speedy typing. Although no, impervious to paper cuts, that would be my main thing. I hate paper cuts. I would like the ability to cause amnesia, use it on loan companies and stuff, make them forget about my debt. Oh, now I got real sad. The ability to rejuvenate everything around me. No need to bring your A game, I'll bring it for you. I'd be insanely popular. Who wouldn't want to be around someone that literally makes them better just by being there? Aw, it's such a nice social power. That means everybody can have some power, and everyone can feel good and such. What a nice pleasant thought in the world we live in. The power to manipulate probability, which is kind of one of the most powerful abilities out there. In general, this is I would rate as like the most powerful thing, because according to string theory, pretty much there's a probability for anything to happen. According to string theory, there is even a minuscule chance, very tiny, but there is a probability that my hand could go through this wall right now. Even though it's a solid wall, you just never know. There is that small statistic probability. And if you have the power to manipulate probability, you could make that, 10%, 50%, 100%. Oh! Mind reading, and I could know what my clients are really thinking. What a social worky thing to say. Woo! Although I'm not sure if I would actually want mind reading to know what my clients are thinking, because I probably would just hear how bored they are being in the room with me, and I would feel bad about myself. Oh, I don't need this. Freeze time. Nap anytime you want. Finish any project within deadline. Make tiny changes and pretend nothing is wrong to make enemies think they're going insane. Oh boy, freeze time would be great. Let's be honest, I would just use it to nap all the time. That is what that would be used for. I should use it to finish any project within deadline, but I would probably procrastinate so badly, I'd forget to use my power for that. The ability to manipulate sound waves, always one of my favorites. I had a comic I read once, like on a webcomic, about someone who could manipulate sound waves. It seems like an interesting idea. I don't know enough about sound waves to know how this would work in theory, but I'm pretty sure it would be like the one way to defeat me, because I hate certain noises so very much. If I was a superhero, my archenemy would be the person who can manipulate sound waves. I guarantee it. And lots of dogs. Is that like you're made of lots of dogs? You can control lots of dogs? You are lots of dogs? I have a lot of questions that this superpower does not answer for me. Now I'm sure you're all wondering what I would pick. Funny enough for you, someone already answered the exact answer I would have said. Empathic powers, like mind reading, a little easier to deal with. I would argue not necessarily, but I'll get to that in a second. Also, telekinesis would be pretty great. I completely agree. Whenever it comes to like favorite superpowers, these are like literally my top two. Like literally. Telekinesis I think would be amazing. It's just a basic thing. Lift things with your mind. It's just fun. But yeah, I've always been really drawn to like empathic powers. I'm not sure if I would say they're easier to deal with. I mean, I guess you're not bombarded with thoughts all the time, but feelings, for those who don't know, empathic powers is basically kind of like mind read, but more for like feelings and stuff like that. And it can be very overwhelming, and the idea of it, because you're not listening to just thoughts, you're feeling feelings of other people, and so it's not a great time, or so the comic books tell me. But I've always found those powers interesting, probably because I am a empathetic-ish kind of person, so of course I find it interesting. What I also kind of think about whenever I think about when it comes to superpowers is how my friends from like high school used to jokingly call me psychic for no reason. Literally they called me that because we played like a 4-hour game of apples to apples, and I was like way up there in the winner. But to be honest, it already kind of started because for some reason people thought I could read minds, and it's just because I could read people. Because I don't know, I didn't think I was being psychic, but some people thought I was. But anyway, but the joke used to be that I would have friends that like wished I could read minds. I know, it sounds weird, I can explain. They wanted me to be able to read minds so that I could tell them what other certain people were thinking, but they didn't think they could handle the responsibility of being able to read minds, and thought I could handle the responsibility of being able to read minds. So they wanted me to have it, but then abuse my own power. So I'm not sure how that really is supposed to make me feel, but great power comes great responsibility, I guess. Next question I have for you is, if you could choose one specific item that you could have for free for the rest of your life, what would it be, and why? Now, I know some of you are gonna perhaps maybe cheat by just being like, food free forever, which, I mean, you can say that, I can't exactly stop you, but if you can, just for funsies, think of something more like specific, like, I don't know, a thing of nuts, like, just something more specific of like, if you could have like one thing that you could buy for free for the rest of your life, what would it be? Let me know. Thanks. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope something amazing happens to you. Without further ado, I hope to see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!